Hello, hello, my lovelies. Welcome in. Happy time zones. Happy Monday. It late for me, huh? It's 10 minutes until 6 p.m. Why would I choose to start stream? Well, because it's the one thing that'll make me feel better in this godforsaken. I got up because my parents were going out. And I asked if I could go with because they were going to some shops that I needed to go to in order to buy, like, toiletry stuff and get, because I left all my stuff at Julia's. Remember, I forgot my suitcase at Julia's, so I need stuff. So, we went, and they were a bit of a nightmare, as you can expect, and just being out was so draining this morning, and I got misgendered a bunch, and blah 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 blah. And I appreciate I didn't have to worry about which changing room to go into though, because Primark has gender neutral changing rooms or mixed gender changing rooms or whatever. I'd heard that was a thing maybe, but I didn't know if they'd actually done it. So hey, all that worrying for nothing. I'm like, do I go in the men's? So do I go in the women's? What if I try to go in the women's and then I pass too well and then blah blah blah? Yeah, it was mixed gendered, so it didn't matter in the end. Anyway, but oh, hang on. I need to put my little sign on my door that says I'm streaming. Okay, where was I? It drains the autism brain didn't like going out this morning. It didn't. And we didn't get back until, we left at 10, we didn't get back until 2, 3. And I then cleared out the top drawer of my like chest of drawers, which was like all my old makeup stuff that I haven't touched in years. And like, we need to go through this. You're not keeping any nail polish. You don't like painting your nails. There's no, well, what if I need it for cosplay? Then you'll buy new ones. So I did a lot of clearing out while I waited on my meds to be able to have lunch, and then I had lunch. And then I was like, right, now I need to do Etsy stuff, so I need to get, because I didn't do any yesterday, because I was streaming and doing other stuff, and, well, doing more clear out, so. Then, while I was eating my lunch, I was getting my Etsy orders ready to print, and then I printed them, and then I got my silhouette out, and I had them cut on the silhouette, and found the bright settings for it, because like I was saying before, I had a problem when I used it before of, it being too sticky. Like, the sticky mat was too sticky, and when I was trying to peel my stickers off, instead of giving me the whole sticker and the backing, it was just giving me the sticker and clinging onto the backing. And things being slightly off because my printer prints things slightly too high. So, to combat that, firstly, to combat the printer printing things slightly too high, I stuck it on the mat a little lower than you're supposed to, and that was perfect. And instead of putting it on the sticky, I just put the protective film back on the sticky, and I washi taped each piece over the sticky. And it was perfect, and it cut everything great. Great! In between all of that, my parents coming in and complaining about each other and complaining about me moving and blah 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 blah, and then me having to go and show my dad where the house is because maybe he might actually drive me. I'm doing another property viewing later in the week, and all of a sudden they've changed their mind and maybe he'll drive me. I don't. So I had to go and show him how to use Google Maps, and well, I the whole time I was like, I just want to stream. I really want to stream today because I had fun drawing pixel art on stream yesterday, and I just really want to stream. And the longer all of this takes, the less time I'll have to stream because Julia streams at 8 p.m. And I don't want to stream when my partner's streaming because I want... Oh no, did I forget what time Julia's... Oh no! Oh... Well... Well, okay, where that sentence was gonna go is... Oh, I messed up. I was about to say... You know, because I have to stop... I want to stop streaming at 8 p.m. my time, because that's when Julia streams, and I really want to raid her. And I want to watch the stream. Julie just texted me to tell me she's streaming early today, and I forgot. So she's streaming in 5 minutes. I thought I had 2 hours until she... Oh no, I don't know what to do now. I mean, you guys can watch 2 streams at once. Twitch really doesn't like people doing that though and won't count both views. Which is fucking stupid. A lot of stuff's been happening since like summer. Of Twitch just not counting people's views if you like click off a tab or mute a tab, or sometimes if you have multiple tabs open of Twitch, or if you have Twitch open on your PC and your phone, or if you don't chat for long enough. It was fucking... You're not supposed to stop counting as a viewer just because you lurk. But like a lot of big streamers did a test of, they were like, okay, it says that they had like 700 viewers. And so they would say, alright, everyone who's lurking, just send a message, because I want to see if Twitch has promised that it's not discounting lurkers as viewers. So, everyone who's lurking, just send a message, and their view count like doubled or tripled. So... Oh man. Julie's streaming in a few minutes. She always streams at 12. The only time that she streamed at 12 her time, 8 PM my time. The only time she streamed at 6 is because we were collaborating. Oh, she's changed her stream time to be earlier. I didn't notice. She didn't tell me she was changing her regular stream time. I thought it was just for our collab. I had assumed, which has made an ass out of me. Well, I don't know what to do now. And it's not Julius, it's me. I don't want to stream when she's streaming because I want her to get as many views as possible, and I don't want to hog any views away from her. And also I want to watch the stream because she's playing a game I really like, and I want to see her reaction to it. Shit. I mean, what I was gonna do is just stream for 2 hours in Magma and draw, because I really had fun drawing these yesterday, and I actually, before I could even submit them to the Pixel Bill Club, because I'd followed the Pixel Bill creator on NeoCities earlier that day, I guess they saw the notification that I'd followed them, checked out my website, saw that I had just updated my website to include pixel bills, and they commented like, hey, do you want me to add your pixel bills to the main collection? And I'm like, dude, I literally only just uploaded them like an hour ago. I hadn't got around to applying yet. I was about to comment on your page asking to be added, but yeah, sure. I guess we can do it this way. So they're on the Pixel Bill website now. Tans is right here. And Elizabeth is up here. They're in like alphabetical order. Elizabeth is up here. Yeah, okay, she's changed her stream time to 2 hours earlier and I didn't know. I guess maybe she enjoyed streaming earlier with me on the collab, so she's decided to change all of her stream times. Well, also quickly, forget about the VGen worries and whatnot, because Ko-fi fixed itself, by which I mean it didn't, by which I mean I was told if you just make the tab smaller until it's like this big and it makes you lose the sidebar at the navigation, then suddenly the reply button appears, and yep, it does. It's a known bug. They're apparently working to resolve it, and in the meantime, if you make the browser window smaller, the chat box appears again. And yeah, it does. I mean, I'm glad that it is a bug, and it is because it means I'm not losing my mind. It is genuinely glitched out. It's not that I was stupid and couldn't find the button, it's genuinely broken. And they are aware that it's broken. But I'm kind of losing my mind from the solution, which was just to make the window really small and the chat bar reappears. Because that makes me feel dumb, because I just spent the last 2 or 3 days panicking and stressing that I need to move to another website to host my commissions because Ko-fi's broken. So I was trying to get VGen to work and then finding out that I need an invite code and I didn't have one, and panicking about how I was going to get one. But then, like, also in my defense, why would I have thought that it would fix... Why would I have thought that would fix things? And why... If Ko-fi knows, they said it's a known issue, so I'm not the first person to report it. In which case, why don't they have a... Why didn't they send out an email or an alert within the Ko-fi website? Or, like, just put some text that says, hey, by the way, if the chat button isn't showing up, just make the screen smaller. Why leave everyone hanging and thinking... oh, I'm fucked. So commissions are back open and normal, and then after that happened, someone gave me a VGen code. Mac asked around to their friends, and one of them had a spare code. And so, if Ko-fi does go kaput, I have a VGen code now. And I'm like, oh, I don't need it anymore. And they're like, it's okay, you can just have it as a backup. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's fixed. Well, I don't know what to do now. I'm just firstly get rid of the ad. I was gonna start drawing stuff for CD World next. I was on somebody else's hi Jasper account and website, and they had some, well, firstly they had a book that hadn't yet been, that hadn't been submitted to, they had a little pixel library book that they hadn't actually submitted to the website, or they have, but the website hasn't updated submissions since the 10th of November, which was a Moomin book, so of course I added that to my collection. I have added critters here as well now that I've adopted. Pixel Bill layout boxes are here now as well, which is nice. I added a couple more stickers that other people have made. I am torn between making more Necronomicon cards based on the Cookie Run cards, or applying and making stuff for CD World. Because the other thing, I think maybe CD World has been a bit abandoned because, is that my crit? Yeah. I just picked one of them because I just didn't want it to get too big, and I was like, out of the 3, which one should I pick? They're in vague rainbow order. Not that you can I've also reordered them to all be in rainbow order, which they weren't before, and these are in rainbow order. So CD World is a pixel club where you draw a CD. Here's the templates, you get your little jewel cases, you can put the disc behind it inside if you want, like if you want to make like a little custom mixtape. So you draw your artwork and then you put this over the top, which adds like a kind of shiny layer to it. You could also do like a transparent case and put the disc inside. I don't, as much as this is like open, you can draw things for it. I don't think they've updated any submissions for a while. Because the last news on here... Wait, no, this is from... Oh. It depends if they write... I was like, no, wait, this is from December, wait. I don't know if they're American. I don't know where this person's from. Oh, just see if your CD is still missing by mid-December, so maybe that is UK dates. Because I was just gonna say, I was on someone else's website yesterday and they'd drawn like an Undertale CD, and I could not find that actually listed here on the website. Neither under Undertale or various artists or under Toby Fox. So it's also very possible that the person who drew the Undertale CD just didn't submit it to the website. That's also very possible. But I'm gonna draw ones anyway. Obviously, I want to draw Booktick albums. And, Ghost albums. At least no one submitted any ghosts. Yeah, I also wanna do some CDs. There wasn't that many already on here that I wanted to collect, so I'll also... But like I said, some people make stuff for CD World and then just don't submit them. Or forget to submit them. So I may also have to have a look around on different ones, because there's not actually that many CDs already submitted here that are CDs that I'm a fan, that I listen to. There's a Mother one. There's an Arctic Monkeys one. There's a couple King Gizzard, but not... I haven't personally listened to these two albums as much as I like other albums by the band. Mayhem is on here, though. Wherever Lady Gaga is. I've probably scrolled past her. But then you can also make your own custom mixtapes, but if you do that, you know, ideally you would also link to the Spotify playlist or YouTube playlist of this custom little mixtape that you've made. Like, this is cute. A Valentine's playlist dedicated to this person's original character. That's cute. They had like a Valentine's Day event in 2025 where if you could make a playlist and use these little heart-shaped ones. That's cute. Music you play at bunny picnics. Bunnies. This is music you play at bunny picnics, the playlist. Do you want the link? Music you play at bunny picnics. Yeah, I mean, if you're curious at all about pixel clubs, I have a whole page on my website. They're little online pixel art projects where basically whoever makes the club gives you a template, like in this case it's of a CD, and then you draw within the template. Some places will then have you can submit the artwork to the website if you want to be displayed in a big grand list. Some don't. Like, a Sticker Sheet Club doesn't. There's no list here of everyone who's taken part. You just have to go to the guest book and scroll. And hope, you know, if you make a sticker for the Sticker Sheet Club, there's no way for you to join. You can just drop a message on the guest book saying, I made some stickers, here's the link to where they're posted. But also what could happen is there could be people who make stickers who then never ever remembered to comment on there. Like, Keys Clubhouse has stickers they made for this, didn't comment on the guest book. And then also the sad thing is what happens when it's maintained like this is, if you go all the way back, some of these sites that made stickers at the beginning are no longer up, and you can no longer see their stickers. Which is sad. If you want to join any pixel clubs, I have a whole master list of them. If you go to my research page and find the pixel club section right here, all of this list are all different pixel clubs. But follow their rules, because it is they are an indie web project. So like, usually they require that you have a website in order to join. It's not so much a pixel art thing as it is a indie web thing. And has been, you know, I'm glad there's a revival for them. Pixel clubs used to be a thing back in the early 2000s, late 90s, as a lot of indie web stuff was, and then died out, and is now making a comeback. So like, a lot of them... I don't think Little Pixel Library has any rules about websites, I'll be honest. But really, the idea of like taking part in a pixel club is to make art and to collect art from other people. And if you're going to display the art you've collected from other people, you need to be able to have the images be clickable links. Like if you click on green, you go to green, right? So the rules on my pixel club is like, I don't care what kind of website it is. Most places will only allow you to have a NeoCities, a NecoWeb, or some kind of hand-coded website, and will not allow you to join if all you have is a card page or a straw page. I don't mind. You can join if you have a card or a straw page, or you want to put it on your Artfight profile, or your Toy House profile, or your like custom Tumblr theme. You have to have clickable links. You have to be able to make images into clickable links, because part of the rule is if you take part in this club, you have to put the button on your site, even if you don't want to put this whole box code on your site just because you don't want to, or because, which the instructions and all the code I wrote is here if you want it, and here's the pieces you need to save in order to blah 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 blah. There's instructions. You don't have to display them in here if you don't want to, and maybe you have a cards.co page, and so you can't put this here. But you can put the button there, and the button needs to be a clickable link that goes back to this page, because I made these bases, they took time. Please credit me. And obviously if you adopt any little guys from anyone else, here's all the ones people have made so far, you need to be able to credit them, and be able to go back to whoever made them. So... if you want to know more about indie web stuff, you know, I have a series of ASMR, like, softly spoken videos on my The Vampire Prince channel. The called Coding and Co-working. The first one is me basically explaining the basics of indie web and how to make a NeoCities site. I have another one all about indie web communities, how to find them and how to join them, including pixel clubs. There's timestamps if you just want to skip to the pixel club section, but it also covers web rings and fan listings and clicks. And then I also have another one that's the whole process of how I made the Sylvanian Critters Pixel Club and the page and the artwork and everything. Yeah. So the plan for stream was I was going to stream for 2 hours until Julia started stream, and then afterwards I thought I still probably will want to keep drawing, so I was just going to go, let's move to the Silent Co-working channel in my Discord, guys. If you want to keep drawing in Magma with me, come along to the Silent Co-working channel. So Julia's already live because I messed up and I didn't read what time she was drawing. what time she was streaming, and I'm gonna be honest, she's my favorite TV show and I don't want to miss her. So I think I'm gonna end the stream. But I'm gonna go in silent co-working, and if you want to magma with me, you can. I'll keep the canvas open. Let me change the message I was gonna write. Oops. And I might share my screen, but not my sound, because I'll be listening to Julia's stream if anyone just wants to, like... I don't need to share my... I was going to share my screen if anyone wants to just, like, look at the canvas, but I'm like, I mean, anyone can get into the canvas and look at the canvas. The code will be in Discord. So if you want to come draw with anyway and still have a bit of the stream experience, I'll be in the co-working channel in my Discord. Sorry, I thought I had 2 hours to stream. Maybe it's for the best, because I'm really upset and, like, mentally exhausted today. I just really wanted to stream to cheer myself up, but I really don't want to miss Julia playing Alice, because she's in the Hatter's domain, and she already did 1/2, which means she's got the second... Oh no, should he finish the whole thing? Oh no! Fuck. I was trying to keep an eye on where she was in the Hatter's domain because I really wanted her to see the sign that said lactation, but I guess it's rip. She just finished the Hatter's domain, never mind. I forgot to point, I was like, I'm gonna keep watching stream, but I'm gonna point out when she gets to the room where it's in and ask her to turn around, and then I forgot. So, we'll never get a clip of Julia turning around and seeing the lactation sign. So she's at the Shanty Mermaid Tavern or whatever, and we'll be heading into the Deluded Depths. Once I'm over in Julie's stream, I'll see if she wants me to pin the trigger warnings, because I don't think we did last time, but I can pin the trigger warnings for the game. If you read the trigger warning list, it will also contain major spoilers for, like, the last chapter of the game. So what trigger warnings I can give you that don't contain major spoilers? There's blood, especially now that we're getting into the Deluded Depths, there will be much more bloody violence. The fish people have been killed. Now I'm just gonna, without spoiling the specifics of who and when and where, a lot of the plot twists in the game is you find that, you know, there is mentions of sexual assault and, sexual assault on children, and children, being put into sexual slavery. It's not graphic, it's very, like, you never see any of those acts, but it is a thing that you realize is happening within the world of the game. Especially once you get to the last chapter, you can always read the Does the Dog Die trigger warnings list for yourself and determine how... It's not explicitly said. It is canon though, and it is very heavily implied, and actually no, I think Alice does straight up say it at one point, but you don't see anything happening. But obviously, if even just the mention of such topics is upsetting, no worries on sitting the stream out. I'll go get the list and probably pin it in Julia's chat. We'll go raid her now. I'm sorry for the 30 minutes. I thought I had 2 hours with you guys, but I really wanted to draw in magma, and I really wanted to spend time with people that weren't gonna make me cry, so I'll be in silent co-working. Thanks for saying hi anyway, and I hope you come along and say hi to Julia, because she means the world to me. And give her a follow if you're not already. And where's my Julia command? The Julia command, she's posting ASMR audios again weekly, and she's posting to her gaming channel weekly, both full VODs and edited versions. Some of those videos are with me in, so, you can check out her Patreon and her Ko-fi if you want to look at, well, you can't post audios on Ko-fi, but her Patreon not safe has exclusive not safe for work art and not safe for work audios. I feel like I'm still rushing around. Today's been horrible. I want to be able to rest tomorrow, but I can't because it's Etsy order packing day tomorrow. So. But once I do that in the morning, I can have the rest of the day to either myself or to stream. And so it's like, oh, well then, calm down, Prince. You can stream all day tomorrow once you've packed up your Etsy orders. If you do that before lunch, you can stream all after lunch. I'm like, but I wanted to do it today. I might see you tomorrow. I might be too tired. We'll see. Good night. Go watch Julia.